Alright, CSS battle time. We have, that's cool, like a disconnected quadrant thing bobber. Alright. I think a conic gradient is going to come into play here. I wonder if, I don't think I can make this. No, I can. I should be able to make this a repeating conic gradient. Okay, I think I know what I want to do. All right, let's take this div out of here. Let's do the and selector so we can just get the HTML because I'm going to do the background. And one slight problem. If I want to use the same conic gradient and layer them, one of them's going to overlap, wipe out the other if I get the background color on there. But, all right, we'll figure that. I might have to just do a background then background image. Probably isn't worth it at that point. I just want to do one conic gradient. Let's just start exploring the lower conic gradient. That's the one I need. I don't know if I can pull off yet. So what I'm going to do is let's actually put an outline on the HTML. Right? And then let's margin it down so we can see exactly where it lands. 50. There we go. So I kind of want this to be that boundary. So I can just work the conic gradient in there. We will get overlap outside of it and repeat and everything. I don't mind that, but at least this way we can see exactly where we're working and I can get it right, and then I can deal with the overlap and repeat at that point. So I'm looking at these squares here for the conic gradient because I want like a repeating conic gradient, and then we're going to reduce the size of it for the body and make it a circle, and then we have this kind of thing. So if the 0, 0 point for the gradient, I gotta find it where it repeats across like this. The circle is the easy part. And I might be going about this backwards. I probably just do a fixed conic gradient on the HTML and get that over with. And then the body, I could maybe change the gradient size or positioning. Actually, I probably don't have to change anything. And I just do 2 paragraph tags or something, or a body and a paragraph tag. I feel like I'm losing the plot now. All right, let's see. Let's stick to my first thought before I abandon it too quickly. Just saw this as a different way. What if this was a box with a border around it? You know? Could be a box shadow. And this is simply a circle underneath. That makes things a lot simpler. And I think that's what I'm going to do. That is really simple. All right. All right, I'm just going to do that because I can see that, and I think it's going to be a lot less code. 1Q for a circle, and we're going to go the dark blue for, like, let's say 50. It's probably small, but let's just do that, and then that. Yeah, this is the way to go. There, 60. Okay, so that's done. You know? Like, you see what I'm saying? I'm not having to play around margins and changing the gradient dimensions and everything, and then trying to make the gradient work again, it's done. And this will work for the body. Let's give it an outline. Right, let's margin it down to be one of these cubes. And we could do them all with like 3 box shadows. Or we could do a single box shadow and then another element with margin. I think 3 box shadows is going to be, if I'm going to do a box shadow, I could do a border as well, and that would be where an element with margin would come into play. All right, let's margin it down. 100, 150, shrinks it to nothing, 200 on one side, 100 on the bottom, that's too much, 80, 70, I'll get things sorted in a moment. Let's see, 0. If I margin it down too much, it wants to shift, the HTML. Because of margin collapse. We throw a period up there, and we're golden again. Okay, we got our height dimensions. Now let's get our left, right done. 120, and then this would be 220. There we go. And we'll look at our diff. We have a nice little cube right there. And these are all going to change as soon as I put a border on it. Okay, border 20 pixels solid and white. Let's drop this. Nope, that's the wrong way. Oh no, that was the right way. This would be 50. That's fine. 200. That's fine. And that's 150. Okay, we're good. Let's take this off because we can see exactly where it's at. So that's perfect. Now, if we add in paragraph tag, yeah, everything breaks, and that's okay because I expected it to. Let's margin it 0. Okay, can we just use margin? Okay, this doesn't, I need height as well. Height, see if it's 100 on the bottom and 150 on top out of a 300, so it's 50 pixels tall. Or is it 30? No, it's 50. It's 50 because we have the border included in it. Everything's going crazy, but that's okay. See, right? It's gonna be like negative 100, and then let's put an outline on this so I can see exactly how it's distorting. I should just be I don't know why I keep typing it in. I should just be moving it down. Oh my goodness, I hate how the cursor is moving on its own. I have a hard enough time typing as it is. Okay, it's actually moving pretty good. Let's go 120, 130, 140. Yeah, there it is. And then that's negative 120. And then bottom, nope. Does it need to be a little bit taller? It looks like the, oh no, no, no. Yeah, it needs to be 60 pixels tall. There it is. Okay, let's get our, okay, so that was, right seems good. Bottom, we can just do 0, 200. Nope, that's too much. 150. Still too much. 100. 80. Okay, we're in. That was fairly painless. It was mostly me causing issues. Let's see if that works. And then let's clean it up. Let's check percentages in the margins. I think there's a few ways we can save at least a space there. 99.7. This period break and everything. Let's see. Let's go here. Oh, okay, okay. That looks a little bit better, too. I think the period was breaking things, and I don't know why I don't still need it for the body. Maybe because there's a paragraph tag in it. That's where the margin collapse is happening. Now we're good. All right. I like this. I think that was the way. Let's see what we can clean up. So 150 pixels, let's say 50%. Didn't work. 40, 30, 45, 35. No, it doesn't work. Okay, 200. I feel like that should be 50%. Yeah, it should. And then that's what we can get here. Let's see what this one does. 50%. Doesn't do it. 40, 30, 20, 10, 70, 80. Nothing? Okay, we're in 3 digits on the percentages now, so 200%. Oh, because of its size. That makes sense. So we don't really... Oh, and I'm being really ridiculous here. We have a negative number. We save the space anyways. Nothing to be done there. Okay, well, that was short and sweet. 5VW on that one. 63 pixels, I think. 63Q. Ooh, I don't think that's gonna fly. I think on the radial gradients you can't change it. Can I? Nope. One last try at 64. Yeah, straightforward. I like this solution. It's simple. Nope. I said one last try. No, okay, that won't work. All right. 60 pixels it is. All right. That's it. That's what I got. That was fun. You know, first look at this, I'm thinking conic gradient for sure, and then, I don't know, something made me look at this as a box with a border around it on top of the circle. And doing that conic gradient, I was going to have to figure out how to have the background flare out beyond it. And then also how to adjust the conic gradient for adjust it to fit on both pieces, because they're going to be different dimensions and sizes and all that. That'd be an extra variable, so that was the wrong way to go. All right, I'm going to nest these differently so I can actually, let's put there, and then let's take, nope, not that one, take that, cut it, nest it so that the okay, hold on. Why is it doing the background differently? It's not applying the background to the body now, and it should be because it's still a star selector. You know, if we spread this out, you read it. Do I have... Oh, I think I have it nested wrong. I need to put... Let's see, because it's the paragraph tag is there, so I'm after the paragraph tag. That's why. I should do this before I minify everything. So I need to put the paragraph tag up in front as well. I need to do all of it, and I'm having trouble clicking and dragging to highlight it. The mouse just won't, it'll run, and then if I click, it won't click and drag. All right, that's why I have my backup mouse here. This is pretty bad. All right, and then that has to go up here. We're kind of reversing how everything gets written. And we add in the curly braces to close off each tag. But what happens is then you delete the semicolon before the curly brace. So net 0. But we're able to delete an extra parentheses this way. You know, it's just these little tricks and arrangements to get one more character. Everyone counts. Okay, I'm sure there's more to be done here, but that's what I got. I really feel like that 150 should be an even percentage. Not sure why it isn't. Oh well. Hope you had fun with this, and I'll catch you later. Bye.